Good morning, folks. Sapper here, aka Sean, and I bring you turn 7 of main battle tank. I just conducted the fire phase. It didn't quite go the way I was hoping it would go because the Russians won. The Russians won the initiative, so that means they chose to fire first. Which I really wanted to. I wanted the Americans to be able to shoot first, so hopefully they could knock out some of this stuff. But it didn't work out that way. So I worked from the top down, so we'll go ahead and start at the top. We've got Nightcrawler and Dog up there. Basically, it was just it was infantry squads firing RPGs at them. So we had this group of grunts right here, fired the RPG and missed, and then this group of grunts here fired their RPG at Dog and missed. Now, I do have some BTRs. Basically, a BTR is an 8-wheeled troop carrier. Has a big machine gun on top, kind of like a 50 cal. It's actually bigger than a 50 cal. But I looked at the penetration values for that 50 cal, it's a 14.5 millimeter gun, and it's not enough to penetrate a Bradley, so I didn't even waste time shooting at it because there's nothing that you can do. I'm not playing. There are optional rules where, machine gun fire can suppress even armored vehicles, but I'm not playing with that optional rule. So I didn't even bother shooting with them because I can't do anything. Can't cause any damage. So then we've got these guys. These guys might get the Order of Lenin or whatever the Medal of Honor version is in Russia. They're the only infantry squad that the Soviets have that has an anti-tank guided missile. All the other squads have RPGs. This is the only squad with an ATGM. Well, they saw Rubber Chicken's ass sticking out and decided to take a shot at it. And as you can see from the token right there, they got you in the ass, Rubber Chicken, and they're going to come on over and enjoy the barbecue here in a couple minutes. So, yeah, they got you. That just goes to show you, you can't take stuff for granted. Handheld guided missiles basically have changed armored combat kind of in the same way that the longbow changed medieval warfare. Prior to the longbow, it was just knights in armor and, guys running at each other with swords and clubs and all kinds of other stuff, just beating each other up. Well, once the longbow came around, you could field a lot of guys in the battlefield really cheap and just rain down arrows from a distance, right? And be safe. And the longbow kind of changed medieval warfare. And the anti-tank guided missile is basically the modern day equivalent of the longbow, because they've gotten small enough now that you can put them in an infantry squad, and they can camp out in the woods right here just like these dudes did. I mean, their BMP got blown up, but they're like, you know what, we're not going to quit. We're going to run into the woods and see if we can get an opportunity shot. And they definitely did get a shot of opportunity on Rubber Chicken. So Order of Stalin, Order of Lenin, whatever the hell you want to call, probably goes to these guys. Rubber Chicken, man, sorry, brother. Sorry to see you go out like that, but it happens. So then we've got 3 BMPs right here, which again is the Soviet equivalent of the Bradley. So all 3 of them decided to shoot at Grizz. First one missed. The second one got a track hit, which basically takes Grizz's ability to move away from him, so he's a sitting duck now. Got the track hit, rolled for the bailout, no bailout. These guys are dedicated. And then the third shot was a turret shot. So basically, hit your turret, which is going to affect your turret, your ability for your turret to turn. Again, checked for the bailout, and Grizz says, nope, we're not bailing out. We're going to stay here to the bitter end. And then we had this T-80 right here. He decided to fire on this mortar track, which should have been a pretty easy shot. But they ended up missing, so this guy, I mean, if they'd have hit him, he'd have been dead. These mortar tracks don't have a lot of armor. Their armor is basically, they can withstand small arms fire, but not tank main gun rounds. So that was it for the Soviets. Grizz had his chance to fire back. He fired at one of these, the 3 BMPs that fired missiles. He fired at them. Fired a missile back. Needed an 81. Got an 81, and knocked out one of the 3 BMPs. And then Eagle, way up here, took aim at, there's 2 T-80 tanks right here, and missed. So I didn't have enough orders. The American forces are, it's getting down to the wire now, and I didn't have enough orders for each individual unit to get an order this turn. So Raptor didn't even get a chance to shoot. Dog, well, no, Dog and Nightcrawler are going to get to move, but Raptor didn't even get a chance to do anything because I don't have enough orders now. They're getting low on orders, and the Soviets have plenty. So I can see the snowball effect getting ready to happen. But anyway, that's combat. I'll go ahead and erase all this stuff and go ahead and do the movement, and then we'll see what we got from there. Alright, movement is complete. So Dog, he's running this way. Nightcrawler followed him. Got to get away from this mass of stuff right here that's intent on killing them. Had the 3 BMPs. They moved down here. They're going to end up eventually picking up all their dismounts. Infantry squad moved here. Infantry squad moved here. I believe we did have a couple infantry squad. This infantry squad moved here. He's going to jump in the BMP. I believe that we had 2 squads of engineers jump in the BTRs, which are right here. Had this dismount squad. He left the brush, moved out. This guy here, he moved forward. This infantry squad, he moved forward. Artillery pieces, all 3 of them moved up. Let me see here. This BRM, this is the guy with the ground radar. He was over here, moved over to here. The command tank moved here, facing that direction. There was also a T-80 tank in the same, well, he was here, he moved in the same spot with the command tank, so they're both facing that direction. Alright, let's see. We had three T-80s. They moved to there. The hull is facing that direction. 2 of them have turrets pointing up there. They're going to be able to take out this guy most likely. I checked line of sight, and line of sight goes through this hex with the buildings in it, so this hex will block line of sight, which sucks for Eagle, so he won't get to shoot anybody in the ass. And then I had 2 T-80s. They had enough movement to exit the map, so you can earn victory points. The Americans just earn victory points by eliminating units. The Soviets will earn victory points by eliminating units or by exiting units off the map. They can claim victory points, I believe, for, let's see, 16 units. If they can exit up to 16 units and claim victory points for them. So that's why those guys exited the map. That's kind of what the intent with these guys here is to exit them off the map. As long as these BMPs can take out Grizz and these T-80s can take out Eagle, then they will eventually exit the map too. These guys will be in position to exit the map too as well. I I mean, Eagle can at most shoot one of them and kill one of them, so one of them will probably make it off the map. It's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, at least one of these two will get off the map. So there you have it. There you have it. There's an aerial view kind of what's going on. So won't be much longer, and I think this will pretty much be over. If in the next turn Grizz gets taken out, Eagle gets taken out, it's, I mean, it'll be up to these three guys up here to basically mop up. They're, I mean, you know, the main force, right, the main tanks will end up getting off the map, but these three will be able to do some mop up stuff for these guys. It'll require some math on my part to figure out, you know, if it's even worth doing that as far as a margin of victory goes. So we'll see what happens.